All right, everyone. I have a really nice car here. This is a 2004 Pontiac Grand Am GT with the V6, so the Ram Air V6. This is just a fantastic looking car, runs great, drives great. It just, as far as I know, everything works on it too. It's loaded to the hilt. The only thing I can see that it doesn't have, I don't even know if they came with it, was leather. We've got 159,596 on the miles, but honestly, if you drove this car and you looked at it and everything else, you'd think the car had 59,000 miles on it. It's that nice. All right, it's got lots of equipment. It's got ice cold air conditioning. But here, we'll start with the power stuff like I always do. All right, there's your right rear window, down and up. Right front passenger side, down and up. Swing it on around. There's your left rear, down and up. And of course your driver's down with automatic. There. This has a power sunroof. And there you go, you can see that that works exactly as it should. It's tilt and slide. All right, and it's got the shield, of course, too. This car has everything. Traction control, it's got the monsoon radio. Well, those of you that like Devo, here's a little Devo for you. Let's see what else we got. 4-speed automatic. It's got cruise control on the steering wheel, which does work. I've driven this car several hundred miles, so I do know a bit about how this car runs and drives. Let's check the mirrors out. Left mirror works. And of course, the all-important right mirror works. Horn, wipers, there you go. Yeah, so this actually, like I said, is a really nice car. And wait till you see the outside of it and how great it looks. You'll really be surprised too at that. All right, and we'll take it out. You can just check out how nice and clean the door panels are. It's not all busted up. I mean, look, even the armrest and everything. Look at these seats. I mean, obviously, you know, a little bit of wear, but hardly anything. It must have been a very tiny person that owned this car because the seats are in fantastic shape. Now, interesting, it's that weird GM thing. It's got the power up and down, manual forwards and manual tilt on the chair itself. All right, coming up to the front, let's do the tires. I got my little gizmo here. Tell us what the tire tread depth is. They feel really, look really good, but yeah, looks like we got, what's that, 9, 10? I think it's hard to read sometimes. Yeah, I would say 9/32, which means it's got 2/3 of the tread left. In other words, a regular passenger car tire comes with about 12/32. This has 9/32. Nice, beautiful, clean chrome wheels with these things too. And these are real wheels. These aren't wheel covers. All right, let's do the left rear wheel tire, I mean. That one's got, ooh, that one's almost brand new. That's 10/32. So these tires aren't that old that are on this car. 10/32 on that one. And we got, yeah, this one, geez, holy cow, this one's almost 11/32 a tread. So 10, 11. And I'm gonna guess this right front one is probably gonna be a lot like the one on the other side. About 10/32. So yeah, you've got really good tires that you're not gonna need to replace on this car for quite some time. Going over the body, right front fender, no dings, no nicks, no scratches. Right front door, no dings, no nicks, no scratches. Rear door, no dings, no nicks, no scratches. And one tiny little ding right there on the right rear quarter panels, all that's got. The roof, clean, no scratches, no dings. There's, of course, you see a big, nice big sunroof. Now let's look on the passenger side here. Once again, the chair is beautiful condition. The floor, beautiful. I mean, this is just such a nice, clean car. It's like freaky weird how nice this car is. There's your headliner. All right, now we'll start. We'll do your door jamb. And of course, your door frame, which is very important, especially when you get down into this area, which is where, you know, the water drains to. So you always want to make sure there's no corrosion. As you can see, this one is perfect. All right. Moving to the back, you can see how nice this back is. Beautiful condition. That's what I'm saying. Oh, looks like we got one little stain right there, a little green blob. Don't know what the heck that's from. But you can see the rest of it is really, really nice. We'll do our door jamb here. Of course, our door frame. And we have a tiny, tiny little bit right there. So I would just hit that with some spray paint if I were you. If I was smart, I would have done it, but I don't like to hide things with paint. All right, coming around the back. As you can see, even the rear bumper, I mean, it's got the little scrape right there. But, you know, for a car, you know, it's 10 years old. Usually there's quite a bit more scrapes and things and dings and whatnots. Here, check out underneath. Looks like it's got the dual exhausts. There you go. And your trunk. Wow, this is a really nice, spacious trunk. And you can see it's got the split fold down 60/40 seat, so you can open that up and really have a lot of room going up to the front as far as for storage. There you go, Pontiac Grand Am GT. Of course, it's got, you know, the spoiler on it. Just a really great looking car. You can see down the side, left rear quarter panel looks to be in great shape. Left rear door, no nicks, no dings, no scratches. Driver's door, no nicks, no dings, no scratches. And of course, your left front fender, no nicks, no dings, no scratches. Let's do the roof on this side. And you can see, terrific shape. Coming in here, here's your rear seat. Your door jamb, very nice. And of course, now we'll do the all-important door frame. And this is pretty similar to the other rear door. Go. I mean, this has all like the body kit on it, you know, the ground effects, all that stuff. There we go. Now we'll do this is the driver's door we're doing now. There's your door jamb. There's your frame. And just like the other side, this one looks perfectly clean and nice. There you go. Very nice, clean car. Right, moving on around to the front. Okay, that's one thing I've always liked about the Pontiacs. They were always the best looking cars compared to like the Chevys, the Buicks. The Pontiac was always the nicest looking. This one's no different. As you can see, the headlights look like they're almost brand new. Very clear, very clean, which is kind of unusual for a vehicle with this mileage, but obviously this car was well taken care of. Here's your factory fog lights. You can see the front air dam is in nice shape. You know, that's another thing that I like about seeing a car like this. If the front bumper is not all busted up and torn up, you know, it's pretty well taken care of. Now we'll come under here and take a look underneath. Try to get into that piece there. That's not much to say. Okay, now, as is always the case, all right, this is the heart and soul of the vehicle, is of course the engine. I don't know why they call this the ram air, because it doesn't actually, it's not a ram air. I mean, it's got the scoops and everything here, but they don't work. All right, I think that's just something Pontiac uses. It's got the 3.4 liter fuel injected V6. We'll rev it up for you. Now, of course, you don't have to be a mechanic or a genius to figure out that sounds fantastic. There's no valve train noise, no high rev knocks, no low knocks. I mean, this is a really good looking, great running vehicle. All right, we'll shut this down for you. All right, and then we'll back up so you can get a little look at the car. Like I said, just a great looking car. And if you live in the state of New Jersey, you have until November before you have to worry about getting it inspected. Okay. If you live out of the state, well, you got to get it inspected in your own state then. But there you have it. Now, of course, none of this matters. No matter how great looking the car is, no matter how nice it is inside, if it doesn't run good, it doesn't matter. But this one, I can assure you, runs fantastic. And I'm going to prove that to you right now when we take it for a ride. All right, we're going to take it for a ride now. But one thing I always like to do is demonstrate that the car starts equally well when it's ice cold, which you saw it start before. If you look back in the video, you'll see that it was, you know, way below 100 when I started it. And now the car's had a chance to warm up, and I'm going to start it again. On these older cars, you definitely want to see them start warm and cold. Basically, any car that isn't brand new, you want to witness it starting warm and cold, because different problems can manifest themselves depending on the temperature of the engine. And as you can see, she starts right up. All right, and we are just below 200, so we're just about almost to full operating temperature, which is where it's supposed to be. And again, still no warning lights, no check engine lights, none of that crap in this car. Let's take it for a ride. As I said, it's a 3.4 liter V6, and it's got the 4-speed automatic transmission. And the car actually handles pretty good, you know, because it does typical Pontiac. When they make a car that they put GT on it, it's not like just a, you know, body stuff and fancied up kind of crap that they, you know, slap GT badge on it. They actually changed the suspension. The steering is a little tighter. It's got a little fatter steering wheel, and it does handle a little better. It goes pretty good too. I mean, here we're at 50 miles an hour and I was barely stepping on the gas. As you saw, it'll shift through all the gears nice. All right, here's a little straight part in the road where I can take my hands off the wheel, see, as you can see. And we're still going down the road nice and straight. So no front end issues whatsoever. It cruises along, it's pretty relatively quiet, it's got a decent ride. You know, it seems to absorb the bumps pretty well, and it's a pretty bumpy road, so, you know, you can witness that probably by how shaky the video is, but all right, we're gonna turn around here. All right, there we go. All right, now I'm just going to shut up for a minute, and I'm going to really step on the accelerator so you can see it accelerate and shift through the gears. Here we go. There we are, over 60 miles an hour. And I wasn't even on the gas all the way because I just don't like hammering on a car like that. But this thing does get up and go. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is pull into the vacant lot across the street from my place, let go of the steering wheel, and slam on the brakes. That way, you guys can see how the brakes are. Now, it's not a whole lot you can see visually, but if you can, keep your eye on the steering wheel. What you don't want to see is the wheel go flying to the right, flying to the left. You don't want to see any of that. I suspect this car has anti-lock brakes, and we'll also test them to make sure that they work. So here we go. I usually do this about 25 miles an hour. Hands off the wheel, and okay, well, as I suspected, it's true. If you notice, the wheel did the little jiggle back and forth. It's supposed to do that. That's the anti-lock brakes operating. You might even, if you listen very carefully, be able to have heard, I could hear it clearly, the anti-lock brake pump activating. Okay, so that's great news. So this is a nice, safe car with airbags, you know, obviously front airbags, anti-lock brakes, all the safety features I think, you know, a car of this era should have, even though a lot of them didn't have that, but this particular one does. So let's do a little recap. This is a 2004 Pontiac Grand Am GT, 159,597 miles, and I gotta tell you, the car is just in fantastic condition, both body-wise, interior-wise, mechanically wise. I can honestly say this is a car you could probably hop in and drive anywhere you want in the country. And not only that, about the only thing I would recommend that this car might need, probably an oil change, because I don't know when the last time it was done. But other than that, this car doesn't need a thing. I mean, it's clean and ready to go. All right, let's do a quick walk around on the outside. I brought it out into the sun now because, you know, we were in the back before doing the interior in the shade, because if you don't do it that way, it casts really bad shadows on the interior, and you can't, you know, see a lot of the details. So, but I like to show it to you out in the sun too, so you can see how nice it is. Oh yeah, just so you know, you can see the car does have the keyless remote, and it does work. All right, let's hop out here. Yeah, the older I get, the slower I get. Oy, oy, oy. All right, let me back up a little bit, and you can see this is just a really, really pretty car Great looking car. I guess I didn't close the driver's door all the way. Whoops. Tell you, I'm thinking about this. This would be a really, really nice, great looking first car for a new driver. You know, it's got all the safety features. It's not a super duper hot rod, but it looks cool. And you know, the kids seem to like these 4-doors nowadays. I'm not quite sure why, but they do. And this would be a really nice, safe, great little car. Probably get decent gas mileage too. So there you have it. If you need a reliable, great looking, great running 4-door sedan, this might be the one for you. And as I always do, I hope this goes to a good home.